Hi, welcome back to Anne's House of Six. I'm so glad you joined me. I wanted to do a video today to start showing you some of the things that we've swapped out in our home for, I guess, what I'll call more permanent items. And these are things that we've been using for a long time. And I think over the number of years, that my husband and I have been married, it's saved us quite a bit of money. So I'm also the things I'm going to show you today, I might do a series of videos like this. I'll also put the price down in the description of the video of the items we have and what we've swapped and what the cost is to initially buy the more permanent item. I call it more permanent item because it's something that you're going to buy once and use for a long time. And I have to say the things in this list, I don't even miss the more what we'd call convenient item. I don't miss it at all. So let's get into it. I wanted to start today just showing you a few ways you can save some money. You're going to put out an initial cost at first, but over time you are going to save money. And one of those ways we started a long time ago was to stop using paper towels. To me, that's just you're throwing money into the garbage because you don't get anything from it. You get the initial use and then that's it. So I started buying napkins a long time ago. These ones I got recently off Amazon, and I'm going to list the prices of everything in my description in this video, so you can get an idea of what it costs. These ones are fantastic. I really like these ones. They really wash up well. And I've bought napkins before, and I still have them. They last quite a long time. And these ones I really like. As I said, they're really nice and soft, nice cotton, and they really, really, really wash up fantastic. So that's one thing, no paper towels. What I do is, I use these for the table when we're eating, but I use rags instead of paper towels. So any towels that are getting old, I'll cut them up into more manageable size pieces. I also, your tea towels, once they get old, you can use those for rags. And of course, cotton tea towels are really absorbent. So that's to replace paper towels. The other thing too, instead of buying your washcloths, if you're handy, if you like to knit or crochet, I find them much more absorbent, the ones that I've made. So this is 100% cotton yarn. And I find them much more absorbent. They scrub really well. And you just throw them into the wash with your tea towels. And they're great. And they last a long time. I've had them for a long time as well. And then, of course, if you like knitting or crochet, it's a nice hobby. You sit and watch your favorite show and make yourself a dishcloth. They don't take long to make. So that's that. And then, as I said, once these get too old looking, I use them for rags. The other thing I wanted to show you is the vinegar. And I'm sure a lot of people know about this. You can get 2 large jugs of these at Costco for, I believe, about $6. Again, I'll put the price down in the description of the video. And I use this all around the house for cleaning. So what I'll do is I'll take a spray bottle and I fill it about 1/3 of the way with vinegar, the rest with water, and a couple of drops of dishwashing soap. So whatever soap you use to wash your dishes. Not dishwasher soap, but dish soap. And shake it up, and I use that to clean the house. It disinfects, and it cleans really well too. So those are a couple things you can do. The other item I wanted to show you is the beeswax food wraps. I bought this quite a long time ago, again on Amazon, and they're pretty good. Instead of using plastic wrap, I do use plastic wrap sometimes, but I try to use these as much as I can. And this one, I believe, came in six, I think, there's in the package. So they come in a very small for like a jar or very small dish, medium size. This is probably the medium. So actually 4 different sizes. This is the next one up, if you can see that. And I have a much larger one. It's probably like about a 9 by 13 that I'm using right now. They do eventually, you can see, they do eventually start to degrade. One thing I didn't realize, that if you don't use them often, you should keep them in the fridge. And I never did with mine. So I'm probably going to need a new set soon, because they lose their, like, they do actually cling to whatever you put them on. They do lose that ability. But I've had these for a long time. They're really easy to use. And yeah, okay, you do have to wash them after you use them, which is not something you have to do with the cling wrap. Obviously, you can just throw cling wrap out. But, you know, if you're trying to save some money and you're trying to reuse items, this is a great thing to go with. And they do really work well. As I said, I've had mine for a long time, so you can start seeing where it's starting to break down now. So I'll probably be buying a new set soon. But that's just another little money saving way of doing things. And again, I'll leave the price of these in the description so you get an idea of what they cost. So that's just 3 items that we've swapped out in our household. And as I said, they've saved us quite a bit of money. But you can compare for yourself. I'll put the price down on what we paid for those items in the first place. So that's, you know, it's just little things to get started, to keep some money in your pocket. Maybe if you haven't thought of doing them, or you think of doing them, but it's going to be a pain in the neck. You know, they're not. And once you get used to, for example, using napkins, or cloth napkins, and using rags to clean up instead of paper towels, once you get used to doing it, you don't even think about it anymore, and you don't miss the item that we consider more convenient. So I think I'll make a few different videos showing you some different things around our house that we've done, that we've swapped out, and what we've swapped them out for. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I noticed it's starting to grow a tiny bit, very slowly, snail-like, but that's okay. I'm hoping that I'm bringing you some good content and that you're enjoying it. And I would love if you let me know if you like this content. If you want to see something a little different, let me know. Anyway, have a fantastic day. I noticed the sun's starting to come out. We had a really bad storm last night. The lightning was amazing. I love thunderstorms, so I actually enjoyed it. But it's a little scary when the wind is going crazy too. Anyway, enjoy your day, and we'll talk soon.